Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It is our next lesson, and lesson number 4, and part number 4 of Tafseer of Surah Fatiha. This lesson will be begun, inshallah, verse number 5 of Surah Fatiha. Listen this surah. Listen this verse. These verses. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. Enable us to walk the straight path. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم, the path of those whom you have bestowed favor. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم, the path of those whom you have bestowed favor. غير المغضوب عليهم, and not of those who have been subjected to wrath. What subjected to it? This is also correct. وَالضَّالِينَ, and not of those who went astray of the right path. First of all, اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. What is the true translation of this verse? Because some translators translate this verse as guide us the right path. But Al-Hazrat Imam Ahl Sunnat Rahmatullah translate this ayah as enable us to walk the straight path. Why Imam Ahl Sunnat Rahmatullah translate this verse as such words? Enable us to walk the straight path. Because it is according to this tarjama, this translation of Imam Ahl Sunnah, according to the rule of Arabic eloquency. Look at the verse number 5. Ihdi Nasra. Ihdi is a fi'l amr, but here is Vamana dua. Ihdi na zamir mansoob muttasil maf'ul bihi. Ihdi, here is anta zamir hidden is a file. As-sirata is mawsoof. Al-mustaqima is sifat. Al-mustaqim is ism file, subjective noun of istaqwama, istiqwam. The real shape of this sigha word is mustaqwimu, but here is apply of ajib qawaid of ajwaf. That's why it become after applying of that qawaid mustaqim. Ihdina sirat al-mustaqim. Ihdi has two maf'ul transmitted verb. First maf'ul is na and second maf'ul is sirat al-mustaqim. Why I describe this detail? Because Hada Yahdi is a two style used. First of all, we have Hada Yahdi is necessary to two maf'ul. But sometimes its maf'ul in the shape comes its maf'ul in the shape of jar and majrur, proposition and majrur. Like innaka la tahdi ila siratin mustaqim. Ila siratin mustaqim is a proposition. Haruf jara. Sometimes it will come without any haruf jara. Second maf'ul comes without any haruf jara. Like here, siratal ladina an'amta alayhim. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Ihdina is maf'ul, first maf'ul, and siratal mustaqim is second maf'ul. That's why it is mansoob. What is the true translation according to this rule? Because if a maf'ul of second maf'ul of Ihdina Yahda Yahdi comes without any harf jara, its translation is ishar al-mutlub. It means someone guide us, as hence through this guidance we reach our goal. That's why a true translation is enable us to walk the straight path. And second condition is maf'ul of maf'ul sani of Hada Yahdi come after the harf jara. Like innaka la tahdi ila siratil mustaqim. In that condition, is mana of hida is iratu tariq, only show the way, only guide to the words to the way. But here is it is no use of jara by putting second maf'ul. That's why a translation is hame seedha rasta dikha, enable us to walk the straight path. This is the Imam Ahl Sunnah translation goodness. And second is صراط الذين أنعمت. The path, the straight path is before our eyes, and we are stand on that right path. That's why we are ask our Lord enable us to walk this path. This path. What is the Sirat Mustaqim? In common sense, every good way, every right way, every right choice. But here is particularly it means by the Sahih Aqidah, the true doctrines, and the Islamic teachings and Islamic aqaids. Except the Islamic aqaid, today's aqaid is not true. That's why we also seek another thing from Allah. Sirat al-ladhina an'amta alayhim, the path of those whom you have bestowed favor. What is the people who are favored by Allah Almighty? It is also mentioned by the Quran in Surah An-Nisa. Allah says, "Man yuti' Allah wa rasulahu, فَأُولَٰئِكَ مَعَ الَّذِينَ أَنْعَمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِم مِّنَ النَّبِيِّينَ وَالصِّدِّيقِينَ وَالشُّهَدَاءِ وَالصَّالِحِينَ." But through this ayah, we know that the Inam Yafta log and bestowed favor is Nabiyin, prophets, Siddiqeen, it means righteous peoples, sincere peoples, Siddiqeen, Salihin, and righteous people and good people, and Shuhada. These are the Inam Yafta log. It means blessed. Allah blessed him. That's why we seek to path on that on their path. We seek from Allah to enable us to walk on the path of these personalities. That's why another we and other we also we ask from Allah to avoid the wrong path. غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. The path of those who have been subjected to it. Some Mufassirin describe that the mean of غير المغضوب عليهم is Jewish, and Waradari is Isai, it means Christians. Because Allah Allah sent these Bani Israel many of time his azab, his torment. Because he had a adab qawm, unmannered qawm, and take many blasphemies of prophets. But Christians, they have no such habit, but they are taking a mubalagha. He crossed the extreme levels of everything of the Isa salam shan regarding the Isa salam. That's why we ask from Allah to avoid these two parts. And here some debates like what is the order of Amin. Amin is mustahab, permissible. According to Hanafi school of thought, when we uttered Amin, we should not utter Amin with a loud sound. And that's also another debate, inshallah, we'll discuss in another video, that a Muqtadi should recite Surah Fatiha behind the Imam or not. Inshallah, we'll discuss inshallah in detail.